It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, May 20th. This is James Spann. We have a risk of severe storms late this afternoon and tonight for the northern half of the state. And obviously a lot of questions about the event tonight. All the new data is in. We'll take a look at everything. We'll start with the upper air look. This is where we stand this morning in a pretty classic severe weather setup. We have a long wave trough with strong wind fields west of the state that's beginning to go negative tilt, and that will be the dynamic forcing for the storms tonight. Early this morning, Alabama is dry. We have thunderstorms approaching Memphis, back into Arkansas. Those are weakening. That's that severe activity that was over parts of Missouri and eastern Oklahoma last night. And that should continue to weaken and fizzle out this morning. Temperatures to start the day are generally in the balmy 70s across the state. Highs in the upper 80s in most spots today. Some spots will likely reach 90. There is a severe thunderstorm watch early this morning west of Alabama from northeastern Texas through central Arkansas. Flash flood watches for parts of Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, and West Virginia. So here's the severe weather outlook, and really not much change for today and tonight. There's a broad risk running from the deep south into the Ohio Valley. In Alabama, we have a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe storms, basically north of a line from Tuscaloosa to Birmingham to Anniston, roughly along Interstate 20. We have a level 2 out of 5 risk of severe storms down to near Demopolis and Prattville, Marbury over to near Lafayette, a level 1 out of 5 risk down to about Fort Deposit. And the storm should weaken after midnight tonight as they go south down toward US 80 and Interstate 85. This is the probabilistic outlook for tornadoes coming from SPC. And this is the probability of a tornado within 25 miles of a given point. And you can see in the enhanced risk area that chance is 10 to 14%. And again, we have a hatched area drawn in, which means there could be a strong tornado there. And by definition, that is EF2 or higher. So the better chance of a tornado will be basically north of Interstate 20 tonight, especially this evening. The higher concern could be from damaging wind. Again, this is the probabilistic outlook for winds of 58 miles per hour or greater within 25 miles of a given point. And you see that Barney purple up in North Alabama. The chance there is 45 to 59%, which is pretty high. And again, this would be winds of 58 miles per hour or greater. And again, we got a lot of data to look at. We'll go through the timing here in just a second. And then on day 2 tomorrow, a marginal risk along the Atlantic coast. Day 3, which is Thursday, a marginal risk out around Wichita Falls, Texas. Rain for the next 7 days, valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Numbers are creeping up. Rain amounts in the 2 to 3 inch range for the northern third of the state. About 1 inch for places like Montgomery, Auburn, Selma, Demopolis, and under a quarter of an inch for extreme South Alabama and the Gulf Coast. So model fans, let's break it down. Day by day, hour by hour. This is the GFS today, the big picture. At 4 o'clock, there's your trough going negative tilt. It's rotating around. We have good upper diffluence and fairly strong wind fields. The surface low is pretty far north. It's just to the southwest of Chicago. But still, we're clearly in the warm sector, the trailing front down through the Mississippi River Valley. So let's go to high-resolution modeling. Now, this is interesting. This is the high-res HURN. Now, this is valid this afternoon at 19Z, which is 2 o'clock. And this is, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock this afternoon. So this is suggesting there could be a weak band of showers and storms over the Tennessee Valley. Now, this is an outlier. Other runs of the HURN have not shown this. The other cams don't really show this. And the question is, number one, if we do see those storms, could they be strong to severe? And number two, could they produce a rain-cooled atmosphere that might lessen any severe weather threat tonight? So again, we'll watch developments here, but again, we're not changing any forecast based on this. Again, this is an outlier. When you look at all these models, you kind of take the ensemble approach and just consider that. But for the moment, We just don't believe that would happen. That would be storms that form on the outflow of the activity this morning that's near Memphis. But I still think a decent chunk of the day today will be dry. But again, we'll clearly watch radar trends. So let's go to 7 o'clock this evening. And again, that initial activity, suggesting there could be a few thunderstorms, maybe over East Alabama. But the main show, if you will, the big show is what you see there from Nashville down to Tupelo and Jackson. We have this broken line of storms. And if the air is unstable and with a broken line, that would suggest a more higher tornado threat. And that's the question. Will these storms be out there by themselves where they don't have to compete for moisture and there's good inflow? Or will there be a line? Well, let's go to the RRFS. And this is an experimental model. It's a newer version of the HRRR, if you will. And it's showing basically a line, a solid line from, and again, same time. This is 7 o'clock this evening. From east of Nashville down to the Shoals into Mississippi. Now, we do know you can see one cell out ahead of that thing. Anything that forms ahead of that certainly could be tornadic in this environment. But if it's a linear type setup like this, the main concern would be damaging straight line winds. And just for a third opinion, this is the NAM, the 3-kilometer NAM, same time, 7 o'clock this evening. And again, it's basically linear. Again, we'll watch radar trends carefully. Let's look at the severe weather parameters. Now, this is the Cape at 7 o'clock this evening, coming off the HRRR model, and the numbers have come down a little bit, and I think the HRRR is trying to suggest that with any showers that form this afternoon, that might help to stabilize the air a little bit, but again, we're kind of discounting that, and the numbers could easily be higher than this in the evening hours. The storm relative velocity, and this is 0 to 1 kilometers, low level. And again, those numbers are certainly sufficient for rotating updrafts. And again, we're seeing some spots of elevated STP units here, significant tornado parameter. That's a composite index. So again, the bottom line, we'll expect either a line or a broken line of severe storms pushing into Alabama this evening. About 5, 6, 7 o'clock, initially in the northwestern part of the state. Let's go to 9 o'clock tonight. And again, this is back to the HRRR, that broken line approaching Birmingham. And then by midnight tonight, storms are weakening south and east of Birmingham. In terms of the timing, the windows really haven't changed much. And again, this, of course, is assuming that any afternoon activity, that noon, 1, 2 o'clock stuff, does not go severe. We don't think it will be. In fact, there could be nothing at all this afternoon. But the main window for severe weather hasn't changed much. For the Tennessee Valley and northwest Alabama, the window between 5 and 9 p.m. Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, the window between 8 p.m. and midnight. South of Birmingham, the window 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. And again, the storm should be weakening as they go south of Interstate 20 late tonight. But all modes of severe storms possible, the possibility of a few tornadoes, damaging wind, and large hail. And again, we'll watch things very carefully. The new 12Z set will be coming out here soon, later this morning, and any adjustments will wake later today if necessary. So tomorrow, everything's kind of over. There could be a few lingering showers over far south Alabama near the Gulf Coast, but probably not many. We'll expect low 80s, the sky partly sunny. Same thing on Thursday, partly sunny, low to mid 80s. Maybe a shower near the Tennessee state line, but most places dry. Friday, a cooler air mass drops in here. Beautiful day. Highs in the 70s for North Alabama. We'll start the day in the 50s in many spots. So what about the holiday weekend? More questions here. So this is Saturday. South Alabama looks good. Dry for the southern half of the state. We will mention a chance of showers over North Alabama. In the GFS, a little more aggressive on Sunday with the chance of showers for the northern half of the state. South Alabama still dry. If you're beachbound, weather looks good. Really, after tomorrow, all the way through the weekend, but we will introduce the chance of showers for North Alabama, the northern half of the state, Saturday and Sunday. Not an all-day rain, not necessarily raining everywhere, but a chance of showers both days. So keep that in mind. And again, statewide, we expect a higher coverage of showers and thunderstorms on Memorial Day, Monday, with the approach of a front. I don't think anything severe. And again, not raining all day, but some rain is likely at times on Monday. And this is a week from today, Tuesday, May 27th, a good trough over the eastern third of the country, and a pretty good little pop of cool air comes in here. Highs will likely drop back in the 70s for the northern half of the state, which is well below average for the end of May. Let's keep going. This is 10 days out. This is Thursday, May 29th. Northwest flow aloft, and again, a very dry air mass. Rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. The mean about 2.5 inches between now and the 4th of June. Temperatures off the NBM National Blend of Models. 89 today. Some folks will see 90. But by Friday, the high drops to 77, lows in the 50s Friday and Saturday morning. For the weekend, we've got mid-80s and then 70s again by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Lows back in the 50s by the middle of next week. And the latest long-range guidance, May 27th through June 2nd. Anytime you get into June and you see blue on that map, that's a good thing. Temperatures below average. And we can celebrate that. So let me make a comment on this weather radio situation concerning the National Weather Service in Birmingham. There's a lot of questions, and I can understand how this can be confusing. This will affect absolutely nothing. Warnings will be issued. All of the devices will work, all of them, your phone app, everything, except NOAA Weather Radio. That is the only thing affected by this. This is a required software upgrade that was planned years ago, and it just can't be changed. And we can discuss that all day, but it is what it is. And this will affect only the transmitters served in the Birmingham County warning area. And the transmitters, you can see them on the graphic there: Winfield, Aniana, Birmingham, Anniston, Tuscaloosa, Demopolis, Selma, Montgomery, Auburn, Texasville. So if you are in the Birmingham County warning area, your weather radio will not function tonight. So be aware of that. Everything goes back online on Thursday, naturally, after it's all over. And this will not be, this is the first time this has happened in my career where a software upgrade will take out weather radio. It is what it is. But I want to stress, it does not affect warnings, watches, any other type of dissemination. What we do, phone apps, everything will work except for weather radio. And I hate it, but it is what it is. And one more quick reminder, just for those that, a lot of people are new here, and this can be confusing. It's like Alabamians moving to earthquake country. We have these risk categories from the Storm Prediction Center and these outlooks that we show. And again, most of our severe storms here occur in a level 2. And I don't like those words. They don't make a lot of sense. We understand that. That's why we use numbers. That word slight is the most misleading word on the board there. Most of our severe weather days are on level 2 days. But we have a level 3 day today for the northern part of the state from Birmingham north. And again, you can see the definitions there. And of course, the more extreme categories are levels 4 and 5, moderate and high. But again, today for the northern part of the state from Birmingham north, we have that level 3 out of 5 risk. And again, this is for this evening and tonight. All modes of severe weather possible, including a few tornadoes. And there could be, if we get some discrete cells in the evening hours when the low-level jet begins to kick in, there might be a strong tornado in that hatched area on that outlook. That would be EF2 or higher based on definition. But again, the greater concern could very well be from damaging wind. This is the probabilistic outlook for winds of 58 miles per hour or greater. The chance of that within 25 miles of a given point. And you can see that over North Alabama, the numbers are 45 to 59% this evening and tonight. And again, thankfully, this will be a pretty quick-hitting thing. It's going to come in and out pretty quickly. And again, this is the RRFS, a newer version of the HER, which is probably, I think, on it. This is valid this evening at 7 o'clock. And again, you can see, I'm sorry, this is actually at 8 o'clock. And again, you can see that solid line of storms coming into the Tennessee Valley with potential for maybe an isolated storm out ahead of that. And that will be advancing through North Alabama tonight and then most likely weakening south of Interstate 20. And again, we will have the new convective outlook here there'll be an update about 7:30 to 8 o'clock, another update about 10:30 to 10:45 this morning. And if anything changes, of course, we'll post it up on the socials. And, of course, we will clearly be in the office tonight fully staffed, and if anything goes on, which it probably will, we'll be there. And, again, in terms of the live coverage, if we have a tornado warning away from the Birmingham TV market, I'll be live on what you're watching me on now, the James Spann YouTube and Facebook pages. If it's in the Birmingham market, the live stream will be on the ABC 3340 YouTube and Facebook pages, YouTube channel and Facebook page. And, of course, on traditional television as well. So hopefully we'll get away with no tornado warnings, but in a case like this, that certainly could happen. We'll watch things carefully. We'll do the next video briefing here about 2:30 to 2:45 this afternoon. Thanks for watching. Have a marvelous day, and God bless.